Point number 4, kids extra gear in the one spot. So all this means is if they've got extra jackets, drink bottles, bags, set up a small little area. Might just put 4 cones where they come in and say, right kids, this is where all your gear goes. So then when it's time to have a drink in 15 minutes time, you can say, right, you've got 2 minutes to have a drink. They can all run over in the one area. So you haven't got Johnny going off on one area, Michael going off, 50 metres because he dropped his bag when he came in, so on. Okay, so it's worth it. It's only a small thing, but it will save you a lot of hassle. So the kids, and after a training session or two, if you've got 4 green cones marked out, and they'll note it, just put their bags and their drinks in there when they arrive at training. And then it'll save them running off in different directions when you're having a break, and you'll be able to keep their attention and get them back into training sooner rather than later. So it's only a simple thing, but it just saves you a few minutes of the session. So it might add up to 3 or 4 sessions because kids are like cats. They're hard to herd. Try getting 2 or 3 cats in the one spot. It's not going to happen. So that's that point. Point number 5, not a big point, but worth noting here. So everyone's probably seen the regular cones there, but if you can get a few flat discs as well, they're only probably $5 for 10 or 15 of them, okay, off Amazon or wherever you want to buy them. So make sure that you've got a few of these regular cones, but also make sure that you've got some flat discs. So these ones on the left you'd use to mark out the actual area, and these ones on the right, if you're doing a drill and you need, for example, the kids to dribble through the cones, I would use discs, and that way that they're not hitting the cones and they're not getting knocked. Balls aren't going off in different directions. Or if you need to mark out a halfway point across a ground, I use these flat discs. Okay, they come in handy. It's well worth spending a few dollars and getting some of those as well as your just regular cones. So point 6, don't over-explain a drill. All right, nobody wants to hear the coach talking for 10 minutes. Kids tune out after 30 seconds. So anything that you say after that is probably going to be wasted. So give them the main points, tell them about the drill. Say, right, we're over on this ground with the green cones, 3 on one team, three on the other. You're allowed 5 touches on the ball. Okay, let's go and get into it. Okay, so the main thing that you'll achieve by that is, like I said, the kids don't listen anyway after the first few instructions. So get them into the game, and then after a minute or two, then you can bring in other instructions. So just pause it for 10 or 15 seconds and say, right, now we're only going to use our left foot, or right, we have to have 3 passes before we can score a goal. Okay, so then they'll take that on board and they'll go from there, right? And it also gives you time to make sure that you've got the drill running how you want it. Okay, so start the drill, and then after a minute or so, you might have to make a few adjustments. Maybe you need to even up the teams or something like that. So saves everyone a bit of time. Now, take your gear home with you. Once again, it's a small thing, but it can add up over a season. And now, I know that you might be sharing the gear with other coaches at a club, so if that's how it is, that's how it is. But if you do have, your 20 bibs, take them home with you with your 20 cones and have them in a bag ready to go each training session. So then, what I've found over the years is sometimes you'd get to training and there's been a team on before you and they've borrowed your gear, so you've either got to wait for them to finish, or half of it's been put in a different area and you can't find it. People don't treat other people's gear as well as their own stuff. So if you bought your own cones and bibs and a few balls, even a few fold out mini goals, take them home with you. Then you've got them when you get to training. You're not wasting 10 or 15 seconds looking for them. Okay, now let's just quickly go over these. So point 1 was plan your session ahead of time. So this will save you, will make the session run smoother and the kids will enjoy it more. You'll enjoy it more. You'll be more relaxed. So plan your drills the night before. Point two, set up your drills before training. So like I said, if possible, if you can get on the ground, set up the drills so that they're ready to go when training. If training starts at 6, boom, you're not wasting 5 or 10 minutes setting out the drill. Number three, have enough balls for every player, if possible. So we want to get the kids on the ball as much time as we can. So if they've all got a ball, they're all getting more touches, more passes, more dribbling, everything like that. So if at all possible, have a word with whoever's in charge at the club, or if you can, talk to the parents and get them all to chip in $5 and buy a few balls, or get the kids to bring a ball each. All right, that's always a way around it. Number four, kids' extra gear in the one spot. So this was just about putting drink bottles, jackets, raincoats, whatever, all in the one spot, so that you don't have kids running off here, there, and everywhere when you have a break. Number five, use flat discs plus cones. So if you can use flat discs to mark out the halfway point, or the gates, like if you're passing through an area inside a drill, use flat ones so that the balls aren't hitting them and getting knocked away. Number six, don't over explain a drill. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, just 30 seconds. A point that I've heard mentioned a few times is no lectures, no laps, and what's the other one? Oh, it'll come to me. But yeah, no lectures. So you don't want to be hearing your own voice for 10 minutes. The kids aren't going to pay attention. And the no laps one is you want the kids on the ball as much as you can. So have them, if they are running, doing a dribbling skill, have a ball with them. Don't just have them doing laps. Number seven, take your gear home with you, just so you know where it is and you're not wasting time when you get to training. Now, bonus tip, when you're talking, get the kids to sit on their ball. So if you're explaining a drill, say, right, bums on ball, or sit on the ball, and you'll notice after about the second training session, bang, they'll all do it straight away. Okay, and what happens when they're sitting on their ball? Anyone? Yeah, they're looking at you. They're paying attention. They're not bouncing the ball. They're not kicking, trying to juggle it, anything like that. So yeah, it's just a handy little tip. Another one is, hands on head, something like that. But if you say, right, bums on ball, you'll do that, and then they have to pay attention. They're not kicking the ball around. So, all right. So that's the end of the first section. I hope you got some good information out of that. And whenever you're ready, let's jump into the next section.